So when a place that you go to film videos suddenly gets in a shipment of 15 almost identical cars that you have never filmed before, you just go ahead and film one. So today, let's have a look at this 2016 Chrysler 200 Limited. And as you all probably know by now, I'm not generally one to film fairly new cars. The newest one I've ever filmed was a 2014. But I figured I'd make an exception for this because there's just so many to choose from. And of course, a huge thanks to Charlie's Pre-Owned Auto Sales for allowing me to film their vehicles. Be sure to check out his information in the description below. This specific 200 is finished off with a color known as bright white clear coat. This car of course does feature the smart key access system. As long as the key fob is near the car, you can lock and unlock the car. You just pull from behind if you want to unlock, push the button if you want to lock. This car is a black cloth interior. In 2016, the Chrysler 200 came in 3 different trims. You could get the Limited, the S, or the C. Of course, with the Limited being basically the base model. And so as I mentioned, as long as the key fob is within the car, all you have to do then is just put your foot on the brake, hit the little button here to start. And so let's close the door and check out the rest of the interior. On the door panels, of course, you have your door handle up top, manual lock, power locks, power windows, window lockouts, and your mirror controls, which it is also nicely padded up top, in the middle, and on the armrest. A little bit of storage down below, and a cup holder. Then up top here on the left, with light controls down below, and a trunk popper. The steering wheel has your controls for the information center. It's in the middle of the gauges there. Cruise control, phone, as well as your audio controls back behind. If you use this little pad here, you can switch through all kinds of stuff. Messages, audio, what station you're on, how many miles the car has, your trip information, fuel economy, vehicle info, and back to speedometer. The gauges themselves are this very nice layout with the blue accenting around the edges. Really like them myself. Tachometer on the left and speedometer on the right. And as I mentioned, you have all your auxiliary gauges in the center there, which you can select with the controls here. On the left side of the steering wheel, you do have your headlight controls and turn signals. And on the right side, windshield wipers as expected. The dash swoops lightly all the way over to the passenger side. Your center stack, of course, has your radio, which is a touchscreen. Very simple to use. Your presets over here. AM, FM, all that. You can go to your media, which is basically if you have a USB plugged in, phone, which you can pair your phone up to it, a compass, which is nice, climate controls on the screen, very simple to operate, change your fan speed, where the air comes out, everything that you could basically need for your climate control, and then more is just other options, settings, and your outside temperature. You could also get the 200 with Sirius XM radio, which is an easy way to tell if a car does have it or not. Some cars don't actually have the little antenna on the roof for the satellite radio, such as this one. And then you can actually get the Sirius XM radio on the radio that you see in this car, which has a little antenna. And you can get the whole Uconnect giant 8-inch whatever touchscreen that has the larger, taller antenna on top. Hazards down below that. Audio controls and climate controls if you don't want to use the screen down here, which are very nice. Your volume, tuning, and your fan speed for the climate control. This car does have the dial for the shifter. Just put your foot on the brake and then spin it to whichever gear you'd like. Very simple to use. Electronic parking brake over here. Just pull up and it will turn on. You pull up and it will turn off. A little bit of storage as well as your USB and power outlets down here. Cup holders up top. And a little bit like phone storage, I guess. Or change storage. Center console. Has a little bit of space in it. The rearview mirror is automatically dimming. Have some lights above that, as well as sunglasses storage. And so to shut it off, it's very simple. All you have to do Just hit the button. And voila. And also another thing I've recently found out with these push button systems, if you want to get to like the accessory position, just don't put your foot on the brake and hit the button. And it'll go to accessory. And then hit it again. It'll turn on, like the ignition on. Hit it again, and it goes off. It will only start if you have your foot on the brake. The Chrysler 200 nameplate was introduced for the 2010 model year to replace the old Sebring nameplate from before. You could get it in either a 4-door sedan or 2-door convertible, as I mentioned, various different trims, which are also all-wheel drive and V6 versions available. The 2016 is from the second generation of the 200, which ran from the 2015 to 2017 model years. As I mentioned, 2 engine options were available, a 2.4-liter inline-4 that made 184 horsepower and 173 foot-pounds of torque, which this one actually has equipped, or the upgraded 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, which has 295 horsepower and 262 foot-pounds of torque. You could only get one transmission, which was a 9-speed automatic. Throughout its lifetime, roughly 687,000 Chrysler 200s were made, with 57,000 of those being in 2016. So thank you all for watching this video of the 2016 Chrysler 200 Limited. And it's a little bit different, I know, but I like trying different things every now and then, and this car is definitely something out of the ordinary for what I do. So, whatever. Tell me what you think in the comment section below, and if you'd also like to request a car for me to film, you can leave that in a comment on a video that's in the description below. Wow, that's really convoluted. But thank you all for watching, and I'm out of here. See ya.